Obviously a big night for Kippersoff and his family and, the whole Flames organization. So, it'll be a special night, lots of excitement, and, hopefully get the 2 points for him and his family.
What does the approach have to be for a guy like Christian? Obviously, an important part of this group for most of the season. A big loss. So what do you guys have to? How do you have to approach it?
I think for the older guys, you got to step up in a lot of ways, and especially, in the dressing room, big leader. It's sad to see him leave, and he was a class act here, and but that brings opportunity for a lot of guys. Younger guys, have to step up, and I think we've done a great job this year at that next man up mentality. Obviously Zara and Posby are two key players that did that for us, but it's tough to replace a guy like Tanny. You're never going to get what Tanny brought to this team and to this organization, but we can try our best to step up.
Is it tough when you guys are grinding to playoffs and lose a really good player?
Yeah, it's disappointing obviously for an older player who signed here long term. You never want to be part of a selling team. You always want to be part of a buying team, and team in an organization that I still believe in. To make the playoffs and to ultimately win a Stanley Cup. It's not hard to do. I know we're not in the best spot, and guys obviously have different feelings. But I still have a lot of time here. Patience is obviously key, but just a bit disappointed to be part of a selling team for sure. I want to win, so I want to be part of a buying team.
So how do you maintain that morale then? Because Nelson, I think, made a similar comment that he's interested in selling. So how do you maintain that belief in that morale, essentially?
Well, it starts with the players, right? We're selling because we haven't been good enough. So that's on us, and we got to be better. We got to be. I don't think Tenny or whoever would leave if we were in a playoff spot. So we have to be better as a group and to put ourselves in position to not be a selling team. But that belief is still there. We got a lot of great players in this room. That morale is still high. There's a lot of pride in this room. But the morale is high. It starts with our captain backs. The belief is still there. But our room is in a good shape, and we have a lot of morale.
You knew that there was potential this could be happening, but then when you get the news and just knowing what he means to this locker room, how does it hit you personally?
Yeah, obviously it wasn't a big surprise, but it's sad. He's, like I said, he's a class act, and he's tough to replace. Even outside the dressing room, he was just a great guy to be around. I think he was close with a lot of guys. Obviously, a lot of guys here played with him a long time. Markey in Vancouver as well. It's a tough day. As players to see a guy like him go. He's a really great guy, and I wish him all the best over in Dallas. He wants to go win a cup there, and all the best for him. But it's sad, and it obviously doesn't hit until you come to the rink and he's not here. So it's a bit weird, but great guy, and I definitely wish him all the best.
Even if he wasn't here long, what memories stand out from and being around in the locker room and off the ice?
Yeah, the first memory that comes to mind was when I first got here before training camp. He picked me up and brought me to Winsport, and made me feel comfortable. He was texting me all the time, telling me how the routine is, what camp's going to be like. A lot of dinners on the road with him. He was a man of very few words, but when you got him to speak up, tell stories, it was a great time. You'd listen to him, even with that big one-tooth smile. You'll never forget it. So, I definitely remember when he picked me up. He was the first guy that reached out to me.
It's one of the vets on this team to put a little bit more on your shoulders now with Chris Gunn.
Yeah, I think everybody's got to step up a little bit. Obviously me as an older guy and wanting to build on that leadership role. I've learned a lot from him, so hopefully I can contribute what I've learned from him. But yeah, I think you want to step up, and he obviously had a big role out there, and that's obviously going to be tough to replace. But I think I can do it, and I think a lot of guys in here can step up and become leaders or be better leaders.
Specifically speaking, is that, the guy was impossibly tough. Is that getting in front of our shots?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys probably learn how to block shots or that warrior mentality from him. I don't know if guys are going to necessarily change their game and block shots to the face. I don't think that's what they're asking for, but I definitely think that we're going to have to grind away like he did and play a little bit more defensive like he did. And if some guys want to block shots like he did, we're all for that, and we can always block more shots. So, yeah,